Hey guys. Hey. Let me give it just a minute. Let's see. Hello. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. I'll give it just a minute and let's get some people on here. I have got just the most amazing story to tell you guys tonight. Just a minute. Hey, okay. All right, just a minute. All right. Okay, there we go. Give me just 1 minute. Hey! Oh, I'm so glad that y'all are here. I have got the most amazing story to share with you guys tonight. Give me just a minute and let me make sure that this is going out across all my platforms. All right. And okay, guys, this story that I have got to tell you is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I'm going to take just a few minutes before, hey girl, hey, okay. So I'm going to take just a few minutes before I bring my guest on. Because y'all really need to hear me tonight. Because what I am about to share with you guys, like only God could have wrote this story, all right? Only heaven could have authored such a turnaround like this. There's about 6 weeks ago, a woman came into the Queen's VIP Lounge. And I got to be honest with you guys. I know everybody can make it. And so I say this with the most respect possible. But if there was anybody that would have got the award for least likely to succeed, God love this woman. It was her. And I don't say that at all to throw any shade or any shame. It's because I was watching her struggle. I watched her walk in. She had years of disappointment heavy on her back. I watched her carry the weight in of previous failures, doubts, total exhaustion in her voice. She'd been trying to make money online in the crypto space for like 3 years. 3 years, that's a long time. She didn't have any breakthrough, no consistency, no real wins. And then about 6 months ago, she found the Queen's Pad, the Slayer, the 3.0. And baby, that was her first real shot at trading. So, like I said, about 6 weeks ago, she joined us in the Queen's VIP Lounge, which is my small mentorship group. And I love you, girl. So picture this. You walk into a room and everybody's on fire. We got trades flowing. Signals are snipping. We're hitting $600, $800, $1,200 days on the regular. And, there she was. She was watching. She was listening. This poor girl, she was scared to take a trade. She was scared to not take a trade. She'd be on the live with us. I'd call the setup. Everybody's in. We're getting our bag. We're collecting our coin. And she'd freeze. And bless her soul, I could hear it in her voice. Hey, Wanda. Hey, baby. I would hear it in her voice when she was talking. It was fear, it was panic, and it was like I could almost hear her whispering to herself, "What if I fail?" And I'm not gonna lie, it broke my heart because I knew that she had it in her. I knew God sent her to me for a reason, and every time she'd finally hit that button, hell, she'd be too late. And every night I'd ask, "Did y'all make money?" And the room would light up. "Yeah, daily goals hit. Yeah, I made 600. Yeah, I made 900. And Krystine would say, "I lost," over and over and over again. And I'm sitting there thinking, how the hell are we making all this money and she's losing every time? And I remember I was sitting there and I was asking God, how is the whole room winning and she's still losing? And the answer was clear. Okay, it wasn't strategy. It wasn't signals. It wasn't the market. It was internal war. Okay? See, it was her inner child trading. It was her trauma pushing the buttons. It was her past being louder than her potential. So when you come into the Queen's VIP Lounge, you get a customized program specifically for you that is downloaded straight from the Great Divine. See, he knows what your blocks are. He knows where your mindset's at. He knows what to be fixed. He knows what needs to be done for you specifically to take you from where you're at to a 6-figure trader. So I asked her, I was like, "Krystine, are you working your program?" Because listen, when you come to the Queen's VIP Lounge, there's my angel wings back. Dang. It's not just about copying me. It's not just about me telling you when to push the button. It's not about you riding my coattails. Guys, this is God's system. Okay? The Queen's Path 3.0, it was channeled straight from the throne. It is a divine blueprint. Okay? This ain't Wall Street, y'all. This is Kingdom Street. And, if you don't do the inner work, you're going to sabotage the outer results every single time. Okay? She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready at first. She came in with the energy of a woman who kind of been beat down by life. And we've all been there. Hot mess mama. I get it. She was always late. She was always overwhelmed. She was always saying, "Oh, I'm late to the call. Well, my kids needed me. Well, I didn't get to do the work because, I had to do this. I'm tired. I'm behind." And, one day I just had to say to her, "Queen, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, not because I'm superhuman, but because I refuse to let my trauma trade for me." I had to tell her, "Baby, that your trauma's pressing the buy button, not you. Your triggers are managing your risk, not you. Your past is closing those trades early, not your strategy." So I'm saying this for somebody out there watching tonight too. So think about it. If you got abandonment wounds, you're going to stay in a losing trade way too long. Because what? Because letting go feels like rejection. Absolutely, baby. Absolutely. If you've got control issues, you're going to jump in early because you're going to try to force the win because obedience feels scary. So if you've got low self-worth, you're going to close your trade out way too early because somewhere deep inside, you don't believe that you're worthy of $1,000 days. But see, here's what Krystine did. She didn't give up. She didn't run. She didn't quit. What did she do? She kept showing up. Late, by God, but she kept showing up. Even with her trembling voice. We would get in a trade and she would say something and I would tremble. Her voice was so shaky. She was terrified. Okay? But she kept showing up with that trembling voice, with her excuses, even with her fear. She kept saying yes. Okay? So somewhere in the middle of her showing up, God showed out. And I noticed her tremble started to steady. Her mindset began to shift. Her beliefs started to take root. Okay? And what the hell happened? She passed her challenge. She got funded. She became proof that trauma don't get the final say. Family, this is not just a win. This was her deliverance. This is what it looks like when obedience meets opportunity. This is what happens when healing meets strategy. This is what happens when you stop hiding behind the excuses and start showing up like you belong at the top because you do. Okay. Um, so without further ado, let me introduce my favorite hot mess mama. Okay. My student, my mentee, but now she is a fully funded, fully anointed, fully woke trader. And her name is Miss Krystine Snyder. Let's see. I'm going to send you a request. I thought it was my freak. I'm going to send you a request. Guys, this is Krystine Snyder. Everybody go in the comments and tell her congratulations, because she's doing things that a lot of people don't have the guts to do. And I have not been live on Facebook and so freaking, this is so crazy. My angel wings. Are you on? It says she's joining. Okay, we'll give it just a minute.
You're frozen.
It says she's joining. Hey, baby.
Hey, you're frozen on my screen, but I
Oh,
hear
okay.
you.
Let me turn my volume up. I think it. Are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, hey. Hey, everybody. Everybody, this is Krystine. Um, so Krystine, let's go back a little bit. Where you were before this. What was your life like? What was going on when you found the Queen's Path?
I was I had my plate really full. We just started homeschooling, so
Mm,
that in and of itself is just an all day, every day um, thing. So that was always on my mind. I had, the stresses. I left my job to homeschool,
yeah.
so financials have been stressing me out a lot.
Hmm.
Um, and I just carried stress of that and just more anxiety and more stress kept pouring on from other stuff. So it kind of like weighed me down. And
Hmm.
so like I just kept showing up because I was like, okay, well eventually I'll get it.
All right. So you had told me you had spent 3 years trying to make money in the crypto space, and you didn't have any real results. What made you decide to give it like one more try when you seen the Queen's Path?
Um, well, honestly, partly desperation and another part of me just like, you know what? This is my lifeline because I'm homeschooling. I have to find a way that how I'm going to get income. So I feel like, okay, fine. If I can just learn the skill, no matter how long it takes me, eventually I'll get it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So do you remember, because I do, do you remember that first week inside the VIP lounge when you'd get on the live calls with us?
I was late
Uh-huh. Uh, and full big ball of anxiety.
and distracted because mornings are very hectic in our house and
Uh-huh.
loud. And
Uh-huh.
I always traded distracted because I would feel guilty for taking time away from me being with kids.
Right.
And but then, I'd be like, okay, but I need to focus on this. But then the kids would pull at me. So either way, it's
Right.
distracted.
Right. Right. So, before you succeed in the markets, guys, you got to heal your mind. Okay, if you don't, trauma is going to show up in your entries, in your exits, in your risk, in your voice. So, Krystine, just personally for you, what do you think was the loudest trauma or trigger that showed up for you in your trading?
Um, oh, there we go. Now you're not frozen
You
anymore.
are. Hey, there you are.
um, Probably just all my past failures.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, in the past I've lost so much with this thing and that thing, and I tried this thing, and nothing I've ever tried really like I succeeded or achieved anything much. So
Right.
okay, is this gonna be another thing, or is this gonna be it this time?
Right. 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 So, did you recognize like, how did that fear show up in the way you placed your trades or didn't place your trades or jumped in late?
Um, I was timid. I didn't trust that, like, 'cause I kept saying, well, yeah, they're gonna get money, but watch. I'm gonna press buy and it's gonna go in reverse. And it always did because I waited.
Right.
Like 30 instead of just like, oh, but she called it, but it's going in the other direction. I don't know. I'm gonna wait till it goes in the other direction, and it did, but then it jumped back down fast. I'm like, okay.
But okay, so but then again, like I say, you kept showing up. So when you would get off the calls and you would be like, "Damn, I lost again." Like, what was going through your head that made you keep coming back? Because that's called perseverance. You know.
um, Basically, like, I can't fail my family again. I like
Mhm.
it's not an option. We're
Right.
homeschooling. If I
Um.
want to keep homeschooling, I have to find a way
Yeah.
that I can make money on the side and
Right.
actually replace my income and then some because I don't like living in lack. I grew up on welfare, so lack was constantly around me.
Mm-hmm.
But we still love in my home. It's just again like that lack mindset carried to adulthood. And
Yeah.
so I have like when I don't feel secure in financials, I get stressed and I panic. And I think I was panic trading a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
that didn't help. And until I learned to mellow out and get some, well, getting some wins under my belt helped a little bit too. But then
Yeah.
once I got overconfident and then I was up 600 and I think I lost 400 and I'm like, okay, don't get overconfident. Nope. And then I remembered that and going forward when I would trade and I'd get a win, I'm like, okay, remember when you were up at this number and then you wanted just a little bit more, but then it tanked. Don't be greedy. Get out.
Yes,
I got
ma'am.
out and get my profit. So
Yes, ma'am.
I just have
So
to like remember the lesson.
I remember when you started showing up different to these calls. So what moment made you say, you know what, I'm done playing small. I'm showing up different and I'm showing up to win.
Um, just yeah, like I didn't want to fail my family again. I wanted to like get this right because I invested in the course and I am like, okay, I got skin in the game. Like I'm gonna turn this into something.
Yes, ma'am. So what habits of yours did you start changing to actually be able to show up like the trader that you wanted to be?
I stopped trading when I was distracted.
Yes.
I stopped trading if I felt agitated or just not in a good mood.
Mm-hmm.
Stress, like any kind, like I would just ask myself, am I calm? Because I know whenever I've traded when I'm not calm, I've always lost. So if
Right.
I wasn't calm that day, I'd like, you know what, I'm just gonna watch. I'm not gonna take any trades. I'll just be on live. I'll show up, but until I can level out my nerves, I'm gonna go on micros. I'm gonna wait for that to settle. Then maybe I'll take a trade when I do.
Yes. Okay. So with the Queen's VIP Lounge, you get your own program, and one of them is a trading journal. Where after you, I believe with yours, you had some stuff to kind of go through before you got on, but journaling afterwards, and your results, and if you won or lost, and why. I know. What impact did that have on you? The live calls, the journaling, the written work that you did do.
Accountability for one, um, and honestly, the lives in general. What helped me out the most, honestly, was when you describe the charts, like what you're seeing, what we're looking at, and why we're looking at it. And okay, so we're going to wait till it crosses this line. Well, what is that line? Oh, that's the line after it passes the strategy zone or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. Then that's like became a bullet point in my head. I'm like, okay, that's a guideline. And ever since I followed that one guideline, I like over like 2.5 weeks with it,
Yeah.
was up $3,000. I only took I think total my losses were like 160 or something like that. So
Yeah.
minimal losses, and like just because I follow that one guideline, like, okay, if it's up here, then you don't enter till it's up here. If it's down here, the line, then don't until it's below here. So, and then the line of protection, like you've always explained. So I follow those little guidelines,
And
and
it's a
that's what I can
So
remember.
the system's real simple, right? Because y'all, she knew nothing about trading. Like when she came into Queen's VIP Lounge, it was like she did. There was just like it was just like some very very simple terminology, and like she was clueless. So I do remember making her a glossary of terms and stuff for her program to put in. But um I want to talk about your breakthrough, okay? Because I know that my daughter had been sick, and I was in the hospital with her actually with my daughter the day that you passed your challenge. You did it without me. You did most of your trades without me. Um, so let's talk about that challenge on that last trade when you hit submit. And you made that money, and you know that you got that funded account. What did it feel like for you?
I was like, holy crap, did I actually do it?
Right?
Like, did I actually pass? Like that prop firm, I just passed their challenge and they trust me with their money now. So, but yeah, it was a good feeling.
Did you ever think that you would be like testifying like this? Like, I mean, because you come a
Yeah.
long way in such a short time.
No, I always would say to people that I've worked with, like whether business coaches or whatever, I said, "What? I'm going to be your best testimonial," and I've always wanted to be someone's big testimonial, and I never did. Okay.
Yes, honey, I'm so proud of you. So, think for just a minute, okay? So, what would you say right now to the woman or man that is watching this who felt just like you felt like 6 weeks ago, back against the wall, desperate? What would you say to them?
I would say definitely don't give up. And if you're anything like me and you learn mostly but hands on and like with someone like showing you, um, I'd say the VIP sessions were like, essential because
Mhm.
that's when you're learning. Until you know what you're doing, like obviously the goal is to not like hang on that your whole life.
Right,
Like learn what you
exactly.
until you're ready to take your training wheels off and be free and do your own like train on yourself. But until
Mhm.
then, like the VIP sessions are your lifeline until you
Yeah.
learn.
Yeah.
If
See, that was never the goal that y'all depend on me forever because that's my goal for y'all is to be consistently profitable independent traders. I love y'all with me, but I want to let you fly on your own too. And Krystine, you basically passed that whole damn challenge by yourself. So, as far as the Queen's Path, the system, what is your favorite part of it?
it's pretty clear, like the lines. It's not like too busy looking. It's simple enough to look at. So because I've seen different indicators before in different charts, and it just looks all confusing, and I can't really understand it. But this actually says, buy. It basically telling it's
So it's like buy, and if your path is heading up, you basically buy, and then you get a sell, and if your path is headed down, you basically sell. There's a couple other rules to it, but so it's you just kind of like the cleanness and the simplicity.
yeah, basic.
So,
Simple is I don't want anything complicated.
so do you feel like you've grown kind of like not? I mean, like not like this is not just going to be a financial move for you. Do you think like you have grown like spiritually, mentally, emotionally? Like that you can that we can get it all together and you can find the true freedom.
I have. I definitely firmly believe since I started reading the Bible regularly and praying more. And also, like, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll just turn on some worship music and jam out in my room. So it's like
Yes.
that all everything combined.
Yeah.
I like leaning on God more and trusting Him
Yes. Yes.
has
Mm-hmm.
helped. Um, because I just say, I'm giving it to you. If
Yes.
if my time to pass it, if it's my time to make money with this, then great.
Oh, you gave me chills. You're gonna make me cry. Mm, that's amazing. So, family, if you're watching this is your sign. Okay. So if you've been watching it like me, like chills, tears, if it's give you conviction, clarity, that's your spirit. Okay. It's God confirming that it's your time too. Okay. So I want to make it clear that this is not just trading. We're doing a total transformation here. Okay. Come walk the Queen's path. Let's heal your traumas so that it's not affecting your trading and you can pass your challenge. So then let's do that, and then let's break those generational cycles. Let's help you step into divine overflow. And I need you to understand what's really happening here, what's my goal, what my mission is. This right here, this is not just about a woman passing a trading challenge, okay? This is about heaven reclaiming territory, okay? So, this is about God saying, hey, I'm going to take the ones that the world overlooked, the ones who shook, the ones who doubted, the ones that told themselves if other people didn't tell them that they're never going to make it. I'm going to anoint them to multiply. Okay, because I'm telling y'all, yesterday God sat me down for 10 hours. I was straight with God in prayer and meditation. And he told me, because he will get he get on my ass. He was like, you've been too generous with your oil. He's like, you've been pouring and pouring and pouring into people that don't want to be healed. And that is one of my character defects. I want everybody to make it so damn bad that lots of times I want them to make it worse than they really want to make it for themselves. He says, you've been pouring into people that don't want to be healed. You've been fighting for breakthroughs for people that was never yours to fight for. You're trying to fight their fight for them. And then he told me, he's like, this next season, we're not doing this. It's going to be sacred. It's going to be sealed. Your next season is going to be small. He said 12. That's it. He told me, well, I already got two. Two are already there. So there's 10 more. So he told me to bring Krystine on tonight and do this live. He says the 10 are out there. He already knows who they are. He says, he says, so if you're watching this and something in your chest is thumping, your palms are tingling, your soul just sat up and was like, oh, that's me. Then yes, baby, it's you. Okay. This is your invitation, not just into a program, not just into a lounge. Okay. This is you crossing into the promised land. It took Krystine 6 weeks. She did not even, I mean, she didn't even know the terminology of trading. Okay. It took her 6 weeks. Okay. So God told me, you're going to take these people. And then he kept telling me 2 months. 2 months, all it's going to take is 2 months. He told me, you're going to walk these 12 through the wilderness of their mind and into the overflow that I've always had waiting for them. Okay. So if this is you, DM me, because what we're going to do, we're not just going to give you the system and a course. We need you a custom built trading system. But you've got to understand that it's not from me, that I mean, it's channeled straight from the throne, straight from the big guy. Okay. This is like, we would do weekly prophetic downloads, and they're like, how the hell did you know that on Tuesday I took a trade and I got out early and I left $1,200 on the table. And I was like, I didn't know that, but I guess y'all are forgetting that God's sitting right beside you trading, and so it's not from me, it is from him, because he knows what you need. Okay. Um, and when I do that, I'm just real quiet. I go into prayer. I just open a portal and I ask God, okay, what does she need? Okay, okay, God, where is he blocked? Is it mindset? Is it this? Is it spiritual? What part of their soul is still bracing for bad instead of grounded and ready to win? Um, is their inner child still trading? And he shows me. So every one of the people that I'm taking with me, they're going to get their own prophetic program with the system for their mindset. They're going to get their money blueprint. They're going to get what they need to rewire what needs to be rewired in their nervous system, their spirit, their triggers. You're not going to be just handed a course, honey. You're going to be handed deliverance. All right. And God says I'm going to take 2 months. I'm going to walk you through it, not as your coach, but as God's prophetess, because he told me this is it. He was like, this is going to be They said this is probably going to be your last round in educating. This is the final season where I teach trading like this. Because, see, I'm not just a trader. I'm not just a mentor. I'm not just a woman with a system. I am a prophetess. And God's got some pretty big things coming for me. New assignments, kingdom level missions, and he said, but for me to fully walk into that, this is my assignment, and I must pour my full oil into these final 12. Okay. So he told me, yep, all the trading gurus out there are gonna hate you because you do what they can't, and I'm gonna take you where they can't go. Cause see, I was the first one to say, all right, let's mix some prophecy with trading. Let's mix some prophecy with price action. Let's mix anointing with the algorithms, and that's why this works. Okay, it's because nobody's doing what I'm doing out here, and it's because it's not coming from me. I promise you, it's coming straight from Him. I don't even buy toilet paper without asking Him. Okay, God, I need toilet paper. Am I getting Charmin or am I getting Great Value? Everything I do is because of Him and comes from Him. Okay, so this is your movement. If you're one of the 12, you know it. Uh, if you've been waiting for the right door, not just any door, if you've been asking God to make it clear for you what direction you should go, this is your confirmation. Come get your system. Come at your healing. Come sit into your 6-figure season, your spirit filled alignment. This is it. Okay. Because when the 12 are full, this door will close, just like the ark. Okay. And with 12, we're going to go into the promised land. We're going to do it together. Okay. So if your spirit is screaming, I'm one of those 12, message me directly, but don't wait, okay? Because it's obedience, it does have a deadline, okay? Divine timing does not negotiate, okay? So I'm so happy because I'm so proud of you. And I was sitting in the hospital with my daughter and I was crying. I was like, oh, she did it. Um, I'm so super proud of you and so honored that I've been a part of this journey for you. And I just can't wait to see where it takes you and your babies. Okay. Thank you for your time tonight. So for everybody else, like I said, divine timing, it's not negotiable. This obedience does have a deadline. So let's go. So if you're one of those 12, get in my DM. Let's talk. And I'm going to see you guys in the promised land. Y'all have a good night. I love you. Be blessed.